Hey, what's up everybody? Today we are going to try something new. You could probably tell by the title by now that today we are going to battle Moana against Charm Ariel. Both of these Tsums are really good bubble makers. For Moana's ability, she will turn all the Moanas on the bottom of the screen into a score bubble. So the more Moanas you have on the bottom of the screen, the more bubbles you're going to have. And Charm Ariel is a really good bubble maker because she has a relatively low charge up time and she will change 7 Tsums on the screen into magic bubbles. So these are not the basic bubbles that you're going to get, but they're going to be magic bubbles that you could pop with items in it. So today what we're going to do is play 3 different games for each character. And the first one to get 3 wins will win it all. So who do you guys think is going to win this challenge? Leave it in the comments below before you watch the entirety of this video. I'm interested to see who you guys think would win and maybe one might even surprise you. So let's get into it and have the first match. Alright, round 1, here we go. So the way we are going to do this is I am using a magic bubble counter, and this is not a special feature or anything like that, but this is actually one of the missions from last month's ticket event. So I'm just kind of cheating here and using that as a counter so I don't have to count it by hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to end these missions a little bit earlier so that way I don't pass them because I wanted to keep the magic bubble counter. So currently we are now about 10 or so seconds into the game, and you can see that Moana is in the lead. She has roughly 28 bubbles made, whereas Charm Ariel only has 24. So right now we could clearly tell Moana is winning and Charm Ariel is falling behind. And keep an eye out on the bubbles that are made by Charm Ariel. All of her bubbles are special bubbles. They're not like Moana's bubbles. All of Moana bubbles are all score bubbles. So if you are looking for a good score bubble maker, then Moana is going to be the queen of score bubble making. But Charm Ariel is good for all the other bubble makers, and you see there are score bubbles, coin bubbles, time bubbles, all kinds of bubbles she will make. Even regular bubbles, she'll have some of those as well. So if you need a regular bubble, she will make those as well. So I acknowledge that Cinderella is probably the best at everything, meaning that she's the best at making time bubbles, score bubbles, even getting a high score, most chains, most combo, because you could technically play Cinderella indefinitely. So I'm going to exclude her from all of these battles because she technically will win everything. But the time that you spend playing Cinderella to the amount of rewards that you get is not worth it in that sense. So I'm just going to exclude her from these battles. Okay, so now we're pretty well into the match here, and you can still see that Moana is in the lead. But then Charm Ariel actually has more time on the clock because she produced more time bubbles. So this is a good variable to take into account. And also Charm Ariel's animation takes a little bit longer to play through versus Moana's animation. So that's another variable. What I've noticed is that although Moana makes more bubbles early on, Charm Ariel does catch up in this particular match. All of Moana's games will end a little bit earlier compared to Charm Ariel. So I am going to speed it up here to the end of this first round. At the end of this round, Moana only ended up with 148 bubbles, but Charm Ariel got 160 bubbles. So early on, it seemed like Moana might be the better character at making bubbles because she was in the lead. But Charm Ariel did come back at the end and got 160, so was able to beat Moana. So let's give her a point. So let's go into round 2. So here we go, same concept. I did end those missions early on purpose, so I was able to keep the counter. So now we could conclude that Moana's games will end a little bit earlier compared to Charm Ariel, but she was able to come back and claim that crown to be the best bubble maker. So let's see how she does in round 2. So very similar, Moana is off to a better start. So let's see if she could end strong as well at the end of this game and beat Charm Ariel in this second round. So I'm just going to speed it up here because or else this video is going to be really long. Okay guys, so round 2 ended and Charm Ariel got a total of 173 bubbles, whereas Moana got 151. So very similar to round 1. Moana was off to a really good start, but because Charm Ariel games last a little bit longer, she was able to make a little bit more bubbles. And in this game, Charm Ariel's match actually went a lot longer than Moana's. So that's something to take into consideration because her game matches will take a lot longer to play versus Moana. Okay, so let's give Charm Ariel another point here. Going into round 3 now. Let's see how round 3 is. It's not over yet. Maybe Moana could come back and claim her crown. So now we know Charm Ariel's matches will take a lot longer to play compared to Moana. So if you need a bubble maker and just get the missions over with, then maybe using Moana might be a better option. And guys, I know that there are other Tsums out there that makes bubble like Timothy and also spraying Miss Bunny. So if there are any other bubble makers that we want to test, let me know. I'm more than happy to try different versions of this versus battle. So give me your recommendations down below if there are 2 that you would like to see side by side and see how they perform against each other. Alright, so now this is the round 3 match and let's see how it goes. I'm just gonna fast forward it here to the end of the gameplay and see how they perform. Well guys, point 3 goes to Charm Ariel as well. And that's kind of what I predicted, but what did surprise me was how well Moana performed early on and was able to outperform Charm Ariel early on in the game. So again, if you only need a bubble maker to get through missions, then Moana is probably going to be sufficient. Charm Ariel is kind of an overkill, but Charm Ariel is a really good Tsum to make time bubbles, score bubbles, XP bubbles, all kinds of bubbles, whereas Moana is only good for score bubbles. So if you need a Tsum to get you all variations of bubbles, then Charm Ariel is the one you want to get. And just a heads up, Charm Ariel will be coming to one of the boxes this month, so keep an eye out so that way you can get 1 copy of her. But anyways, another point goes to Charm Ariel and she is now the queen of bubble making. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And guys, let me know what you guys think of this type of video, if this is interesting to you or not. I'm thinking about doing other battles like big Tsum makers and combo makers, so keep an eye out for those type of videos to come in the future. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more Tsum Tsum content just like this, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.